Right. 3 July 2022. And today I am obviously broadcasting from Harare. And as usual, when I'm in Harare, I always start off on Sundays with a look at the newspaper headlines. And today's headlines are very, very interesting, especially the two newspapers. So we've got the Standard and we've got the Daily News. As you can see, there is one story at the front of these two newspapers. This is about ZANU-PF conference that is coming up between September and October. So one newspaper says September, the other one says October. And these two newspapers are making a very, very serious allegation about the presidium. So specifically, let's start with this newspaper here. Pressure builds for woman VP to ED. So what this newspaper is saying is that during the past women's conference of the ZANU-PF Women's League, the women went to President Mnangagwa and said they want a female vice president. And now that there is already a male vice president from ZANU-PF, the newspaper is saying analysts who they did not name are saying this current vice president must be replaced by a female. So I think you understand what I'm saying here. They're saying there should be a shake-up in which either Vice President Chiwenga is replaced by Naim Chinguri. That is what this newspaper is saying. That is pressure on ED, those for a woman VP to ED. And then obviously there will be a ZAPU representative in the presidium who I don't know who they're going to make. We've had discussions about that in the past. And then along the same lines, this newspaper here is the Standard. It's saying the same thing. What this newspaper is saying is that the youths are unhappy with some big wigs within ZANU-PF Central Committee, which meets every 3 months. And they want certain people to be replaced. So people like Chinamasa, Made, those people should be replaced because they are seen as being aligned to Vice President General Chiwenga. And they also want, they also say in this newspaper that Vice President General Chiwenga is set to challenge President ED in the Congress, in the conference Congress, which is coming in September or October. So that is the reason why this is happening. The youths and the women have already supported President ED Mnangagwa, but there are certain people who are working on the bid by Vice President General Chiwenga to challenge President ED Mnangagwa. So that is what this newspaper is saying. The Standards. There's going to be a lot of shakeups. Some people big wigs, first X in page. That is the Standard. And obviously, I've given you the story here. Pressure builds for a woman VP to ED. All these two newspapers are saying the same thing. And then I'm going to be very quick today. The final newspaper is this one, the Sunday Mail. This is the main newspaper here on Sundays. It's got a lot of information. This newspaper has got business, it's got entertainment, it's got society, everything's there. If you read this newspaper, you get everything that you want. And what this newspaper is showing us here is a top Chinese official is visiting Zimbabwe. And this top Chinese official is called Mr. Yang Jiechi, who is visiting Zimbabwe. He's going to meet President ED Mnangagwa today. And then the state has also put in place a state-assisted funeral for Giles Mtsekwa, former minister in the GNU who died this week. And I think there are other quick stories here. And let me take you through these stories before I bring this to an end. You need to buy these newspapers. These newspapers cost me $2,550. I paid using EcoCash because I did not have change. So if you use EcoCash, you can buy any of these newspapers. Now, there's an upcoming conference, housing conference in Victoria Falls, and Minister Garwe, if you go to page 4, he's talking about this conference. Shelter Africa is bringing together over 300 delegates. And then if you keep going, you will see that ZINWA has changed their logo. The Zimbabwe National Water Authority has changed their logo. They've got a beautiful new logo, and they've got the senior managers here or directors, Engineer Bin Diweni, and I think the other one is Engineer T. Maori Kita, Chief Executive Officer and Board Chairman, talking about this new logo. You need to look at this very, very interesting new logo. And then we look at, I want to quickly look at adverts here. There was some interesting adverts here. Nakamba is doing a lot of good work. He's got charity work that he's doing. It's all over. In all the newspapers, you will see Nakamba is there in those newspapers. And then disaster brewing at Mpedzanamo. The market has secretly opened after the demolitions, and it's now being used as a car sales. And then I want to obviously focus more on the important stuff here. There's a public auction from Zimstad, which will be held on 7th July at 10 o'clock. And this is going to be having motorbikes and other items on sale. And you can also look in the newspaper to get details of this. And then basically here, when it comes to adverts, there's then adverts for jobs. Iparipo, they want the vacancy announcements here for content creation, local recruitment, land development executive for the AFC Agro Bills, expression of interest at the joint venture program. So let's look at the other joint venture program. The Agriculture and Rural Development Authority is undergoing transformation to spearhead rural development. So they want qualified, competent staff for the management of the venture farms. So they are basically going to be having farms. So if you go to their office, or if you go to ada_zim, you'll be able to get details of these farms. These farms are going to be available. The hectare targeted under phase 1 is of at least 50,000 hectares for summer cropping. So if you want to go into agriculture, go straight to ADA. The advert is here. I'm going to post this advert on gambakwe.com so that you can see. This is a very, very important advert. People who want land. Then there's obviously Competition and Tariff Commission. They're looking for a public relations officer. They're looking for an accountant. If you are into communication, this is the kind of job that you can go for. There's lots of jobs here, lots of jobs. And then Zimpost is inviting people for tenders. School head, Justice of Chinoy, St. Albert High School, Centenary. And then they've got the story about Arakeli in here. As I said, this newspaper, it's value for money. If you buy yourself the Sunday Mail, you've got a lot. You can spend hours here going through all the things that are here. And if you're looking for a job, you'll get one. Then Botswana Ash is looking for engineers. They're looking for plant engineer, project engineer, control and instrument engineer, reliability and maintenance engineer, civil engineer. All this is on page. Let's look at the page here. I'm not seeing the page. I'm not seeing the page on this paper. There's no page here on this page 6 business. So you go there, you'll be able to see all these jobs that are being advertised. Lots of adverts that you can get on all these newspapers from Harare. Then there's obviously the job center. So there's a whole job center here. As I said, great value for money from the Sunday Mail. You will get a lot of value from this. So let's look at some of the jobs here. Reformed Church in Zimbabwe. They are calling for suppliers, assistant motor mechanic, cargo carriers, assistant trailer mechanic, auto electricians. Then DAP, they are looking for grant proposal writers with experience. They're looking for 2 of those. And then the rest of Zimbabwe, they are giving notice of successful intake. Lots of work here. Boilermaker, Fred Rebecca Gold Mine, external job advert for Medicines Control Council of Zimbabwe, Chief Regulatory Officer, licensing. And then Manicaland State University of Applied Sciences. They are looking for a lot of applications invited for qualified and experienced persons for the following positions: Faculty of Engineering, Department of Chemical and Processing Engineering, lecturer; Faculty of Agri-Business and Commerce, Department of Tourism and Hospitality, lecturer; Department of Business Management, lecturer; Department of Works and Estates, electrician; Bursar's Office, senior assistant bursar. So lots of jobs. Check this newspaper if you're looking for a job. You'll find a job here. IPC, they're looking for Director General, Industrial Psychology Consultant, has been contracted by the Standards Association of Zimbabwe to assist with the recruitment and selection of a suitable candidate for the position of Director General. That is the Standards Association of Zimbabwe. You can be a Director General there. And your qualifications: first degree in technical area, master degrees, the prerequisite, 10 years experience at an executive management level, ISO 17020, 17021, 17025. And then Africa University, they're looking for suitably qualified candidate for the admission to the following part-time programs. So if you want to be a student, Africa University, Great Zimbabwe University, they're looking for, they're advertising for the intake. And then Frederick Rebecca Mine has got the rig electrician, allied timbers, loss control officer, MCAZ. They're looking for competitive bidding. So as I said, this is amazing. You can get a lot here. And what this newspaper is showing is what I've been seeing here. As I said, this economy is doing very, very well. The economy is kicking. The economy is actually overheating. The only problem we have in this country, in Zimbabwe, is the currency. There is a problem of managing retail forex, interbank forex. Those two, they are a problem. If this government was to fix forex so that the Zimbabwe dollar is a prime available currency which you can take out of the wallet and buy, this economy is going to do very well. This thing of eco-cash, in-bucks, whatever exchange rate, one exchange rate here, one exchange rate there, that is the problem here. We've got an exchange rate problem. We don't have an economic problem in Zimbabwe. If you sort out this economy, when I was paying toll gates, $2, it's a 700 bond at the official rate. What this means is that I was carrying a bunch of knots to pay a $2 toll gate. These guys need to sort out the currency. This economy is going to do very, very well if they sort out the currency, if they sort out the issue of how people pay and the value. There must be value in that money. There must be no arbitrage. If you go to TM, you're going to see people standing outside there. They've got an exchange rate of 550. Some have got an exchange rate of $700 to the 700 Zim dollars to the bond. That arbitrage of double, that is what is killing this economy, because the pricing is not making sense. People are losing value. And the moment you arbitrage, you also have now an opportunity for inflation to grow. You have an opportunity for things to just go wrong. Things go wrong in this kind of situation. So they need to fix the currency. By the time this election comes, if they fix the currency, this country is going to do very, very well. I was in Kariba, as you saw last week. Lots of opportunity. I'm going to talk about it on Wednesday. Everywhere you go, the economy is kicking. People with businesses here are doing very, very well. They're enjoying life here in Zimbabwe. Business is kicking more than in South Africa. Electricity is always on. But the issue is currency. How do you sort out this currency crisis that we have in this country, which has been with us for many, many years? That is the problem that we have that we need to solve. But as far as I'm concerned, these are the big stories. Other big stories: Baba Harare is taking legal action against Jacaranda Media, and Ja Preza is back in ZANU-PF's good books. He visited President Mnangagwa this week. And Dr. John Mangunja defended the new currency measures. And as I said now, the biggest problem we have is the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. the guys of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, they are not taking a transformative approach. Their approach is business as usual. Whereas we need something big to come up from that Reserve Bank. I need to carry a $1 note. That is equivalent to $1 US dollar. And not carrying all these notes that the people have got. We need to take away these arbitrage opportunities. We need to get rid of all these multiple ways of paying. And a Zimbabwe dollar must be back to being respected internationally. This will fix this economy. The economy is not dead. The economy is working. Yeah, everything is doing well here in Zimbabwe. And if you come here from a foreign country, you are the one without money. People here have got money. The people that know how to create money here, there is opportunity. And I just wish that the Reserve Bank would do something. Many people have been talking to me, organizations like Zimra, they're a problem. If you go to the borders, they don't manage things properly. Traffic in Harare is a problem. It's not being managed properly. Last night, I was driving from Chungweza. I spent an hour at one intersection at 8 p.m. blocked. The one police officer was there, had to be assisted by youths to clear the intersection. There's just something that needs to be done in terms of the various organizations that are put in place by the state to do things. They must do them. They must not wait for a directive from government. So there's a leadership change that is needed in certain institutions, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, Zimra, and they must be given a mandate to make sweeping changes. This economy is going to do very, very well, and it's already doing well. As I said, the currency is our problem. So this was it for today. Sunday newspapers. Please go and buy the Sunday Mail, the Daily News on Sunday, the Standard. It cost me 2,500 by EcoCash. If you buy there, you'll be able to read all these news, especially the Sunday Mail. I encourage you to go and read, especially if you're looking for work. You'll be able to get yourself something. Thank you very much for watching. And when I'm back in Zimbabwe, we'll do this again. We're going to be resuming our usual schedule. This week, I'm going to be resuming my usual schedule because, you know, a building is very, very hectic. We are constructing in Kariba. It took a lot of my time. And also, I had to work in the meantime, in between on my work. But Zimbabwe is the place to be. And the guys who are in South Africa, come back home. There's no opportunity there to fight for work permits. The doors are being closed. And I'm always telling guys that we've got projects, we've got land-based projects where we're going to be building houses. We're doing it. We're not talking about it. It's been over a year since we started. When we start moving, it will be fast and it's going to happen. There's no one who's going to build this country except the people that come from this very country. The young people. The opportunity is massive. Land is lying idle everywhere. I'm surprised at the amount of land that is lying idle. Someone needs to look at this and we will fix this thing. People get on the land and will produce as much as possible. Thank you very much for watching. 3 July 2022. I'll be flying back to Joburg today and I'll be there for a while. Then we'll back again to Kariba, and obviously I'm moving my base more and more towards Zambia in Lusaka. That is going to be my main base very, very soon, where I'm going to be spending a lot of time. And obviously Kariba, where we're going to be building a lot of things. And I want everyone to benefit. Kariba is a very, very beautiful place. There's a lot of opportunity. Right. Thank you very much. And I really enjoyed doing this. We'll do it again soon. And good morning.
Anovura meso, anovura nzebe, anokaya marigi. Kama kwetu tikom, kwetu .com usasarire anogaya mari
Kambakwe uyo anotara mari anogaya mari garai mamunzwa pane nyaya pano zvamunoda kunzwa zvinotaurwa pano madiko kumunzwa mugova ne.com Kambakwe vanogaya mari vanotara mari vanosiya mari Kambakwe vanotara feya kuti pamberi zvichafamba sei vanomuterere zvikubatsirei mukufamba kwenyu zvikubatsirei mirai ndikudze kuti chokwadi pano chizere Kambakwe vanogaya cash vanopa mafacts vanotara straight vane evidence vane confidence plus intelligence
entertainment current affairs and news Kambakwe.com usasarire Kambakwe anogaya mari